Hi everyone, and welcome to this unboxing and review of some minis from Atlantis Miniatures. I've called it an unboxing and review because I'm going to look at it in two stages. First off, we're going to see the minis in their packaging as they come, so you can kind of get an idea for exactly how they arrive. That's the kind of excitement of an unboxing video. But at the same time, when minis come in lots of parts, I find sometimes that an unboxing video can be of limited use because you can't really see what the mini looks like. You can't see how well they go together, that kind of thing. So once we've had a look at the minis in their packaging, I'll go away, I'll put them together, and we can have a look at them again once they're put together, and you can kind of see how well they work, see what they look like at that point. Now, Atlantis Miniatures are a small UK-based company. They've had a number of Kickstarters going on. They have it's not a huge range at the moment, but it's ever growing, and they have some really cool things in there. I'll put all their details in the description below, so you can head over there to look at what they do. But in the meantime, let's get into having a look at the minis. So here we have the haul from Atlantis Miniatures. They're all looking great at first sight, but I'll have a closer look at each of them in turn. I've got a mixture here from their Ogre range and their Mythology range. I mean, as I say, they are all looking great. I'll start in the middle here. This is an Ogre Queen. And as I say, with these things, the unboxing, sometimes you can't see all of the details, so we'll wait until we get them out to really see everything coming together. But the detail on these does look beautifully crisp. There doesn't seem to be too much flashing, anything like that. They are kind of attached to the supports where they were cast, but that's not a problem. We'll take them off easily enough. Yeah, I'm really pleased with these at the moment. They look absolutely beautiful. The pictures on the website are great, but sometimes you really need to see a miniature in person to see if it lives up to that. And so far, these are looking really fantastic. And one thing I will say just quickly, these were purchased. They're not free gift, anything like that. So it is a completely unbiased review. I'm lucky enough that these were actually bought for me for my birthday, but yes, they were purchased and not given freely. So this is a completely unbiased review. This is a Centaur here, and I love the kind of dynamic way this is put together. So this will be standing up on back feet here with front feet in the air, and it's an archer. And again, some really beautiful detail on there. Keeping going with the ogres, or back to the ogres, should I say. This is an Ogre Witch with a cauldron there bubbling away and a tentacle sticking out. Yeah, again, very little to pick holes in here. Looking really beautiful. The detail is fantastic. Yeah, I'm so pleased with them so far. If at any point you check out the website, make sure you have a look for the painting of Gorilla with a Brush, who has painted some of their models for display. He's an amazing painter and a really great guy as well. He's helped me out a lot with advice and just support. Yeah, top guy. So do have a look out for that. But I mean, these are beautiful. Some of these details here, and I mean, it looks like there's going to be very little to clear up, which is always a really nice thing to see as you're looking at these. Yeah, the level of detail. I mean, that's the beauty of resin. I know some people are not always such a fan of resin miniatures. I find that they're absolutely the best for beautiful kind of art on the pieces. They're not always the most practical for using kind of on a battlefield. They also tend to be slightly more expensive than their plastic counterparts. But the level of kind of detail on these, to me, resin is unmatched in terms of the level of detail that it offers. And these are great examples of it. This is a Minotaur again. We're back to the Mythology collection here, but yeah, beautiful miniatures. So that's all the ones I've got. So I will take these out, get them put together, and then we'll have a bit of a look at what they look like when they are complete, and I'll let you know how much work was involved in putting them together, how well they fit together, all those kind of things, which can be important questions with these kind of miniatures. So I will do that, and I will let you know what I find out. Okay, and we are back with the cleaned up and built miniatures for me to show you. So we'll have a quick look over them, and I think what I would say is that my initial impressions were quite right. The detail on these is stunning, and it's very crisp and clean as well. The amount of cleanup I had to do on these was very, very small. Obviously, as I mentioned at the beginning, it did require cutting off the sprues and kind of filing that down to make sure it all went together well. But that's kind of the least you'd expect from something like this, and they come out absolutely beautiful. This is the only one with a moulded base for some reason. The others come on these kind of plain bases or with a little bit of something here. But yeah, the detail on these is fantastic, and they're very dynamically posed as well. I think one of the things that I particularly love about the ogres is that they're just quite different from what you would normally see. I'm so kind of bored with just seeing ogres as big and stupid, strong, but nothing else going for them. There's a place for that. I have some of those miniatures. I don't have an issue with it as as a concept, but it's great to see just something a little bit different. They're not just that kind of brutish, stupid creatures. These have so much more interesting stuff going on with them. Okay, I mean, having said that, this obviously is just holding the head of what appears to be another ogre, so I maybe spoke slightly too soon on that one. But you've got all the different types. This is another one. This is the Ogre Witch. The only slight criticism here is it didn't actually fit on the base that it came with, so I had to use an MDF base. But so long as you have a base for it, that's not a major issue. But again, I mean, the detail on the cauldron, the detail on the kind of shoulder here, everything is just beautiful, and I have no hesitation at all in recommending these minis. The only criticism I have, other than the fact that it didn't fit on the base, the only criticism I have is that there are one or two places where the pieces just have little gaps between them. So you can see here on the neck, the Minotaur, between the head and the torso, there is a little bit of a gap. I think on this one you can see I've had to kind of maneuver around the feet a little bit to get it to work. Honestly, I've found that to be the case on most resin miniatures. These definitely are not out of the kind of standard range of miniatures that you find made of resin, and I absolutely think for that small criticism, they are absolutely worth it. I love these minis, and I'm really looking forward to kind of getting some paint on these and getting them painted up. And obviously I will show you, I'll put them up on Twitter and things as I paint them. But yeah, beautiful miniatures. Do check out their website and see if they've got anything there for you. So there you have it. There's my unboxing and review of minis from Atlantis Miniatures. As you can tell, I was very pleased with them. I think they're great minis, and I'm really looking forward to painting them. Let me know if you've painted any, or if you're thinking of painting them. Feel free to drop some comments below, or find me on any of the other places that I mentioned down below. As ever with YouTube, if you've liked this video, click the like button, that would be great. Subscribe, click the bell so you know when all the videos are coming from me, all of that good stuff. And hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye now.